I'm going to grab my shear. I'm going to pick the hair up with my fingers. I'm going to keep my fingers parallel to the floor. I'm going to over direct it back slightly to where the recession is on both sides. Very important you do that. If you don't over direct the hair back to the recession, which you're going to wind up with a hole on each side. So we want to make his hair look as full as possible with the cut, and then we have a few more tricks we're going to show you with the style to make it look even fuller. And then as the head rounds down in the back, I want to make sure that I keep the hair at this angle here so it's longer in the front and longer in the back. I don't want to round it down in the back or start pulling it down back this way, because we're going to wind up too short in the back and it's going to stand up. So we want that hair nice and even all the way across. And then we're going to take a section on the right and a section on the left. And then we just get a nice rhythm going. The comb goes in at a 45-degree angle. We rotate the comb. That creates the tension on the hair. Our fingers slip underneath, and we're using a traveling guide. And I can always see my guide. I can see my center guide, and I can see my underneath guide. So I call this technique scissor over fingers. Pretty simple. And we're going to use a traveling guide. If the hair was shorter, I would use a scissor over comb technique. And now the other thing I want to do, I'm going to come to the other side, and there's a lot more hair on the left side. I want to make sure the hair is completely even across the top. If the hair is not layered properly, I don't want it to look like a comb over. And then one more section, just to make sure. I want to comb all the hair down across, and then we're going to pick it up, and what we're going to find there is there's quite a bit of hair there. I still have my center guide, so this is going to keep it completely parallel to the floor, and it's going to be even all the way across the top, and this is going to give the hair a little bit more lift. His hair is very straight and fine, so we need to use all these tricks to get the hair to look, we want the hair to look nice and full. And then lastly, what I don't like to do when I'm cutting the top is I don't like to comb the hair straight down and cut straight across, because then what should be the longest part of the haircut becomes the shortest part of the haircut. So what I'll do is I'll pick it up and I'll pull it to the center, keeping in mind, because of the recession on both sides, I'm going to over direct it the same way. Now right there, those long pieces, that's all the front length. So I'm going to cut it by lifting it up instead of across the forehead, so it still leaves it the longest part of the haircut. And I'll show you what I mean here. So now we're going to check and see if we brought that front length up where we wanted it. So you can see now it's right there, where before it was down to the middle of the nose. Now there's just those few long pieces in the front, those few dead ends, which are right there. I'm going to grab those, and just like that, 60 to 90 seconds, the top is done. Nice and easy.